Alright guys, good morning, welcome back to the channel. As usual, back again to let you know what is happening with our players, good direction and everything in between. Happy new week guys. I wish you a very successful week this week. So I brought some interesting stories. Of course, the 23-man list is still something that Nigerians are eager to see, but the refreshing story is that we should expect this list to come out tomorrow, being Tuesday. And this is not my own words. It's according to the words of a certain source who is very close to the NFF and coach Chelle. So he has said that the list should more or less be out tomorrow, except there is something that happens, maybe some sort of change of plans, from these stakeholders. If everything is, but if everything remains the same, then the list should be out by Tuesday. And definitely, that the time is already close. Today is 10, so by weekend, we should already expect the guys to be in camp. Because weekend is going to be, I think Sunday is 17, so 17 is technically the day for camp opening. So why not? The list should already be out. Why the wasting of time? But just one more day, according to this source, we are going to see the list. And just to read it out in his own words, he said, of course, the final list of 23 players for the two matches should be out this week. Unless something happens, the 23-man list should be ready Tuesday. So this is what this, close source has said. And again, if you look at the 39-man list, you already, have an idea of the people to see in the 23-man list. Again, the last couple of games that we had over the weekend, over the midweek last week, presented our players the chance to show extra that they want to make the 23-man list. And I'm sure Coach Chelle definitely took cognizance of these performances in the last couple of days from our players. But that is definitely not all it takes to make the list. Of course, anybody in that 39-man list can make the list. They are all good. They deserve to be there. They deserve to play. But it's such a big country with so many stars, and we just have 23 slots for these players. So it was always going to be difficult. But let me leave that, guys, and then let you know some of the impressive stories as well from yesterday's games regarding our players. Representing their club side. Of course, Victor Osimhen came out as well for his Galatasaray side in their game against Naijafoottv. And as usual, Osimhen pulled up with the man of the match performance to grab his Galatasaray side a 2-1 victory over Naijafoottv. Osimhen scored in the 62nd minute through a very sublime header, and then that goes actually the goal that puts them 2-1 ahead. Naijafoottv actually scored first in the 23rd minute through Vilhena, and then Aliti, the defender of Naijafoottv, scored an own goal in the 51st minute before Victor Osimhen nailed it in the 62nd minute. But also important to note is that Galatasaray had a red card in the 45th minute, so they won that game effectively with one man down. And that is just the power and influence of Victor Osimhen in the attacking areas, and he's been really good this season. Helping his teammates and his team entirely, the Galatasaray, the fans, everybody, showing that he can single-handedly inspire the team to victories. And his coach actually is filled with love and admiration for Victor Osimhen. In fact, he said that he's a little bit surprised the way that Victor Osimhen came to Galatasaray and hit the ground running and never stopped, running, in terms of what he's been doing with this club. Just to put it in his perspective, so their coach Okan Borok said this about Victor Osimhen. He said, Victor Osimhen's football has always amazed me, even during his time at Napoli. Initially, I had some concerns about whether his playing style might decline if he joined Galatasaray. However, he has done the opposite. He came here and elevated the team. He continues to give his all, ensuring we keep progressing. Osimhen has proven that Galatasaray made no mistake in bringing him to the club. So these are some nice words from his head coach, Okan Burak of the Galatasaray Football Club. And again, that just goes to show you how influential he has been. With this Galatasaray side, he also came out to give an interview after that victory last night, and then he talked about their team performance, playing with Alvaro Morata. He said he enjoys playing with Morata, and that he likes dropping for Morata to play deep, and then he works it for Morata. And obviously their pairing have been decent, definitely. And then Osimhen also talks about the fact that that goal was very important, and they needed the victory, especially when you look at what is happening at their league table with Jose Mourinho following them on hot trail, in the league standing. So in terms of his appearance, Osimhen played for 89 minutes and had 3 shots, scored 1 goal. But it's not just Osimhen that was on the spotlight yesterday. We also saw Ademola Lookman uh, help his Atalanta side trash Juventus 4 goals to 0. Lookman actually scoring in the 77th minute after Retegu scored a penalty early in the 29 minutes. De Roon scored in the 46th, Zapata scored in the 66th, and then Ademola Lookman in the 77th. This game was very surprising for me, because Juventus of all people, the old ladies, collecting 4 goals without replying anyone at the hands of Atalanta. But it was a good day for them, definitely. Going to the home of Juventus to beat them 4 goals to 0, and a more important thing obviously is the fact that Ademola Lookman, scored a goal for that game, and this is very important coming into this weekend where we'll be expecting our boys in camp. We've just been seeing a lot of them scoring goals, from attackers, wingers, even defenders sometimes, and this is something that is a positive, for Coach Shell, because it means that we have a lot of guys in different departments who can actually score goals for us. So goal should not be a problem. I don't expect goal to be a problem for us, for this Rwanda Gang game and also the Zimbabwean game. But in terms of his appearance, he started the game, played for 80 minutes, 6 shots, and then 1 goal. And another interesting thing was after the game, his head coach, who said some careless things about him during that time, that he is one of the worst penalty takers he's ever seen. It appears that the coach has now made up with him because he gave him a really huge hug, and they had a chat, something like a fatherly and the son chat, and it was really nice. And then he said some very, very good things about Ademola Lookman after that game. I'm just going to read it out here so you can see what Ademola Lookman's coach said about him. So after that game, Gian Piero Gasperini, who's Ademola Lookman's coach, came out to say that Ademola Lookman made Atlanta great, and Atlanta made him great. And from now until the end of the season, he will also be able to wear the captain's armband to signify that Atlanta also has it tattooed on his skin. So this is definitely a great compliment from his head coach. I think it's the most kind compliment, kind gesture that he has, spoken from his mouth about Ademola Lookman, after that fight. And he's even now talking about Ademola Lookman being the captain of the team. Also, in another statement, the coach said that Ademola Lookman can be the penalty taker, if he keeps practicing and is really good at it. So definitely the man is learning some emotional intelligence. He's learning how to, relate to Ademola Lookman on a more father-son level. And I think this is going to foster great performances from Ademola Lookman for sure. And also, we had Super Eagles midfielder Chidera Ejuke produced the only goal for his Sevilla side as they came out 1-0 victorious rather over Real Sociedad. Ejuke scored in this 46th minute, and that was the only goal that stood in that game. And at the end of the day, he got them all 3 points for that one. Very huge congrats to him. If you see the highlight of that goal, you would really enjoy the goal. It was a solo goal. It was actually given the pass from around the midfield area, so he dazzled 1-2 defenders and then placed the ball at the far right of the goalkeeper. Very lovely to see. And again, it shows that we have a lot of options, in different departments that can actually get us goals, when we play these games. But it's still going to be very interesting to see the guys that make the final 23-man list. But I would like to see from your own, mind, the people that you would want to see in the final 23-man list. Because I'm going to make a video later on, hopefully to give you guys my own 23-man squad, if assuming the list hasn't been released, as at that time.